Welcome to Office Hours with me, your naughty professor, up here and, you know, everywhere. I thought today we would talk about a very classic problem, a very kind of fun problem, known as the Monty Hall problem. Monty Hall was a game show host way back in the day, even before my time, of the show Let's Make a Deal. And Let's Make a Deal ended with this segment where there would be three doors. Door number 1, 2, 3. And one of those doors had a car or something really appealing behind it. And the other two had nothing or a goat. It's unclear whether you got to keep the goat, but the goat was supposed to be a symbol of just a terrible prize that no one wants. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun to win a goat on a game show, but apparently nobody else thought that. So, we have three doors, and the contestant would pick which door they thought contained the really sexy car. When they had selected one, Monty would then open one of the remaining doors and say, "Hey look, a goat. You don't want that silly goat. Do you want to switch your answer or not?" And the exciting thing about this is that there's a mathematically sound answer to that question. This isn't just a guessing game. You should always switch your answer. That's the rule. If Monty Hall asks you if you want to switch, you say yes. It doesn't matter what you started on. It doesn't matter where the goat was. And here's why. It seems like each door has a 1 in 3 chance of containing the car. But that's only because you don't know where the car is. In fact, one of those doors has a 100% chance of containing the car. If you're behind the scenes, there's no 1 out of 3 thing. It's just 100% behind this door, and there's a 0% chance for the other doors. It's only from this side that it looks like a 1 in 3 chance. So, we make a selection from this side of the door, not knowing where the car is. So there we go with number 1. So door number 1 has a 1 in 3 chance of having the car. If they tell us where the car is, that's additional information, and we can adjust our guess. If they move the car, then that could change the probabilities, but neither of those things is going to happen. What they're going to do is, out of the remaining 2 doors, they will pick one and open it. So there are 3 possibilities. Let's do red for a fast car. Let's say the car's behind door number 3. We pick door number 1. They have to show us a goat. They're not going to open door number 3 because that's the car, and they're not going to show us where the car is. That makes the game really easy. They're going to show us what's behind door number 2. A goat. I seem to think that looks like a goat. I think it might look like the astrological sign for whoever's the ram. Let's pretend it's a goat. So they show us door number 2, and they say, "Where do you want? Do you want to stay with 1 or do you want to switch?" Let's go with switching. We get the car, yay! Alright, option 2. The car is actually behind door number 1. They have to show us a goat. They can pick either one. Alright? Let's say they pick 2 again. And they ask, do you want to switch? And we say, yes, we want to switch to door number 3. Sadly, foolishly, we switch to door number 3. Oh no, we don't get a car. Alright, that stinks. Let's look at the third option. The third option is that the goat or the car is behind door number 2. We select door number 1. They have to show us a goat. They're not going to show us door 2, so they show us door 3. And they ask, do you want to change your answer? And we say, yeah, we'll change our answer. So we go from 1 to 2. And looky there, car time! Driving home in a new car. All right, 2 successes, 1 failure out of 3 possibilities. The thing to note here is that the initial choice of where the car went is assumed to be a 1 in 3 possibility for each door, right? That's how we're guessing. We're guessing assuming it's 1/3 chance for each door. If anything else is happening, we'll have to deal with that separately. But in 2 of the choices, switching gives us the right answer, and in 1 of the choices it doesn't. In 1 of those 3 possibilities. The key here is that when they move the goat, when they show you where that goat is, they are giving you some information. They're saying, of these 2, this one's not the car. The goat isn't fixed, alright? If we pick the door with the goat behind it, they move the goat. So when they show us the goat, they have made a conscious choice, and they have given us a little tiny piece of information, but it's a huge piece of information. It can actually double our chances of winning. So, my advice to you, should you get passed through time into the days where you are on a game show, and you happen to be on this game show and win this game show and end up picking a door and getting a goat, I would recommend that you switch. So, next time that happens to you, you'll have me to thank, and you can stop by my house and take me for a drive in your classic old car. Until then, I've been your naughty professor, and this has been Office Hours.